It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arm's got plenty of life to it, and that was a thing of beauty there. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, kill.
Brissett now. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
You can almost hear the siren relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On the move past the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Brissett to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Rock incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Brissett. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Play action now. Brissett. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Brissett.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Brissett again. That caught by the ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Goes right back to Smith again.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Play fake. Brissett.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Birds fumbles it.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Brissett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett setting up the screen for Cook.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
It's been quite the impressive career resurgence for Hassan Reddick. Focusing now more on rushing the passer, the linebacker has 23.5 sacks in his last 2 seasons.
Throwing. Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left.
Middle.
4th down, Brissett. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
They start the drive with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They run the counter with Cook.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down and 4, Brissett. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give them 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Hey, kill.
A first down throw for Brissett. That's Samuel, caught left side.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Hey, check. Kill.
Back to the ground, Cook.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Brissett.
Rolling to his right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. Quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On second down, Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea. And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Hurts.
Dancing to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, kill.
To throw, Brissett. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out.
Here we go. Viking 18.
They go play action with Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins,
45 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Kill.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have another turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Being chased out left. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Brissett. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Moore, the man in motion. They'll run with Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Three. Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
Hey, smash Broncos!
They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
First down, Brissett. He's going to air one out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hey, check.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Kill.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Hey, middle.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
18 Cardinals.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, and it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete